So hello guys, welcome to another video of Elite Expertise YouTube channel. I'm Harika Bimavarpu, practicing consultant pharmacist in Australia. I work as a clinical pharmacist for Monash Health in Melbourne. I'm one of the directors and educators of Elite Expertise, an online training platform where we train pharmacists, overseas pharmacists for KAPS and Australian intern exams. So I've got Chanda Shrestha with me today. She's traveled all the way from Nepal to Australia and she's now well settled in Australia as an intern pharmacist. She's done an amazing job. We've known Chanda Shrestha for last 1.5 years, I think, isn't it, Shrestha? 1.5 years.
Yes,
So
yes,
she
sir.
started her journey with KAPS exam with us, Knowledge Assessment of Pharmaceutical Sciences. And then she qualified in that exam and she moved to Australia. Now she's well settled and working as an intern pharmacist in one of the retail pharmacy, community pharmacy, I think, in Australia, in Melbourne. Are you in Melbourne, Shrestha?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
Melbourne. So she's done an amazing job, and I thought her interview would be inspiring to all those overseas pharmacists who want to settle well in Australia. So she's done a great job, and now she's currently our intern as well, like training under us, intern pharmacist training under us. As in, like, we are giving her training for her intern exams as well. So it has been very great to see you smiling back again. So congratulations. How do you feel about, like, your journey throughout? It has been full of struggles, or it has been easy for you?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the interview. Like before joining Elite Expertise, I was so much stressed because KAPS exam is like a gateway for the practice in Australian pharmacy. So before joining Elite Expertise, I was so stressed and I didn't know anything about the KAPS exam. But after joining Elite Expertise, I got a lot of exposure for the KAPS exam preparation, and finally I passed that one. Now I'm working as an intern. So yeah, I'm grateful for the Elite Expertise.
Yeah, that's amazing to hear. So you've been like, what motivated you, Shrestha, to, like, move to Australia, to settle well here? What was your motivation, driving force behind you?
Because I studied Bachelor of Pharmacy in Nepal, and the practice and the main thing is like income.
Yeah,
So that one,
stable income. Yes, true,
yeah,
true.
stable income. Yeah, that one is like not really good back in Nepal, but in Australia, the value and the income as well is very good for the pharmacy, and it's like a great scope to practice. So it is a driving force for me.
Yeah, so good income, stable economy, and then good practice exposure, which you'll
Yeah.
get in a developed country like Australia, are the driving factors. And people get demotivated, like in the CAP stage itself, they get demotivated. But you didn't stop. You finished CAPS, and then you've started your internship, and now you're preparing for exams. It's very good that you're maintaining that consistency with your preparation and pushing yourself. And I'm sure it's not a bed of roses in Australia. You'll have your own struggles. So, like,
Yes.
do you want to talk about your struggles?
Like before for the KAPS exam, finding Elite Expertise, the preparation for the KAPS exam was smooth. The procedure we have to follow and the practice we have to do for the KAPS exam was smooth. And as a result, we passed the KAPS exam. After that, applying for the after registration, Elite Expertise team helped us a lot for the procedure as well. Like what documents should we provide, what are the things we should be considering for the after registration as well. After registration, I was working as a pharmacy assistant in one of the retail company, and after my after registration I proceed for the intern pharmacist over there.
Yeah, so in the same pharmacy where you were working as assistant, now you're an intern
Yeah.
pharmacist. So
Yes.
great. So you've been consistent with all of that. And I think it's amazing, like, how you've almost, like, like, closer to your oral exam and written exam very shortly. I think in July, October, you're going to give them. So it's amazing, and it's an inspiration for all those Nepalis out there and all those overseas pharmacists out there who are dreaming of some consistent career. It
Yeah.
can be demotivating at sometimes, but Shrestha has pushed her as much as possible, and I think God helped her in achieving what
Yeah.
she is today. And I think even
Yeah.
now, she complains of some issues, like, every day in everyday practice, understanding Australian practice, accent, talking to patients, community. So how are you coping with that? Like, how are you coping with your internship?
Like the pharmacy practice over here is completely different than in what we have seen in Nepal. And it's completely different. The law and legislation we have been following here is different, and the accent as well, as you told, the Australian accent is difficult to understand for sometimes. So yeah, slowly practicing and overcoming all that, I think I'm going now good that condition. Yeah.
Great. I think I hope I will soon interview as a pharmacist in Australia very shortly, I think in 4 months from now. So I'm hoping
Yes.
for that, and all our prayers for you. And thank you so much for giving us an interview, because a lot of people see CAPS qualified students and they like think, okay, what's next? What are these successful people? Are there any successful people for us to look out? And as an inspiration, and it's a huge shout out for Shrestha for setting an example for future interns, and for settling well in Australia, and then moving forward. And then I hope very soon you'll explore further into Australian pharmacy practice by being a specialist pharmacist or a clinical pharmacist, or being a consultant pharmacist, or maybe an asthma educator, diabetes educator. So you've got so much scope to do, so don't give it up. It's not the
Yes.
end. So you've got a lot, and the learning is a huge thing, and it's a lifelong learning. When we become pharmacists, it's a promise that we learn consistently till we retire, and even after we retire, we don't stop learning. So I hope you'll be learning throughout your life, Shrestha, and you'll be an amazing pharmacist. And I'm sure about it. I'm so confident about you. Thank you so much.
I'm also confident, ma'am, because I have already joined Elite Expertise intern training program. So I'm confident that I will reach that point very soon.
Thank you so much, Shrestha. God bless you, dear. Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.